Alright, you guys, welcome back to Tabletopbattle.com. Due to popular demand, we're going to do a little bio on the three of us. Unfortunately, Anders couldn't be with us today, so as you can see, we found a model that we feel represents him as his character is in real life, and that he likes to play in the game. That is very commanding. Anders started playing about 20 years ago. Started where most of us started, with Games Workshop Warhammer Fantasy Battle. Took it to 40k and played most of the usual Games Workshop games that you can find. Made his way to Flames of War with me for about 8 years ago, and lately picked up X-Wing and Bolt Action along with Svein. He has a considerable Bolt Action collecting case, which numbers, after he's done with his current painting, about 500 models-ish. And a good sized company of Dark Angels and rather large army of Blood Angels and Imperial Guard. X-Wing, he's got a little bit of everything. He loves to paint his own stuff, since he really doesn't want to pay people, because he's stingy and loves money. It is true, he isn't, well, that's what he tells us anyway. Other than that, what can we say about him?
He has a sizable army of Flames of War.
Well, that he does.
Many nations.
Many nations, a very important part. Reason why we picked this model is because he loves to play his Germans. He would rather play lots of tanks, but Bolt Action doesn't really lend itself to that at the current scenarios that we're playing. But don't look away from the possibility of more tanks coming. Kursk. In addition to everything else, Anders is our World War II historian. He really enjoys researching and likes the history of World War II. So most of the information that you get on the website and on our Facebook page and YouTube channel is what he digs up from various Wikipedias and researches. Alright, next person to be introduced is the Truck, also known as Damon in this case. Truck represents the nation that I usually play the most. If there's an American nation available in the game, I'll play American or US Marines, Infantry, I don't really care. I never play the bad guy. Well, that really depends on who's viewing it, but yeah. Anyway. I started 15 years ago, Warhammer Fantasy Battle in 40k, just like Anders. I've been playing most, again, the usual Games Workshop games. I've been dabbling in Infinity, War Machine Hordes, and lately picked up Bolt Action and X-Wing as well. Have a rather large Blood Angels army. I have a very large US Flames of War army, roughly 150 points of X-Wing, and starting to grow my Bolt Action US army. I like to paint my own stuff, not usually historically correct, which you will see at a later date. I like it. Do my painting along with my wife, Silja, who also plays and paints Warhammer 40k and Bolt Action.
Ruskis.
Yeah, she plays Ruskis.
Yes, and you know me, hopefully. I am Svein, and this represents me. Just to have some humor, we are.
Which way is the front on this thing?
Yeah, well,
oh, there we go.
This is just look,
yeah.
look here.
Look at the face.
This is the front. Anyway, I like to play any nation, and I especially have a love for the underdogs. And you know, it's been Christmas and all, and we can all say that the pigs have been the underdogs. So just some Norwegian humor. I've been okay. It's enough, Damon. It's fine. Don't shake. I've been playing games since I was a teenager, and as Damon probably can tell you, that is
at least 20 years ago.
Well, we are talking 25 years ago. It started, as with probably many of us, Dungeons and Dragons, and I quickly ventured into the miniature bits. I like to use miniatures when I played Dungeons and Dragons. So I also, that you haven't seen, I have a sizable collection of Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, also Star Wars miniatures. I have this huge collection of bolt action, which you can see over here. I don't know how many points, but it's extensive. And I also have around 80 tanks and vehicles on the way from Warlord Games. You just have to stop by my commission painter, Ben Kane, the Paint Monkey. Check him out on Facebook. Also, you have probably seen it before, but in all these cases here are 15mm Axis and Allies miniatures, which I played a lot before I moved to Moss, where I live now. And also Flames of War. After watching the boot camps on the Flames of War website and videos done by Beasts of War, I fell in love with Flames of War 2, so we play that also on a regular basis.
And he turns out to be a very good Padawan and learns fast, unlike other people at tabletopbattle.com.
Let's not mention names.
No, we won't Anders. Oh, my bad.
Anyway, so I've been playing 25 years, lots of miniatures. I like to buy stuff ready painted, and as Damon mentioned, I don't paint myself, but I have Ben as a name, and also Celia, his wife, did these guys for me.
Celia will then be my wife, not Ben's wife.
Yeah, Celia is Anna's wife. These guys here, she painted in a couple of days, 40 of them. They are the Perry miniatures, Desert Rats. So I'm lucky to have people that can paint in a close distance from me. So I think that is all. You can also read a little bit more about us in a newsletter from Warlord Games. It was released the 5th, or it will be released the 12th of February, one of those two dates.